I know you guys really like the commentary gameplay video. You know me talking about every single little thing I do. So I feel like I'm going to be doing it today. You're going to see some crazy plays with Rem. Some little quick escapes. What I do at the 8-minute mark. There's a lot. There's a lot of crazy stuff. Now, the way that I've been building Rem lately without, let's say, a meme build, I kind of hybrid it. I go like early spirit and then kind of shift off into healing tempo. Now, the thing with Dorman and Kelvin, you see that? See, that's the thing. Like, when you start raking up, people know when you're going to punch them. So I get the pillow first. Kelvin's already low. Cook him with that. Get a couple of little quick whacks on the Dorman. And then next I get my free. Now, the free is one of the most powerful early abilities you're going to see on Rem. Look, you can get the free first. If you're not confident to hit the pillow, get the free. Because what the free is actually going to do, not only is it going to buff your minions, basically heal them up to like max health, you can deny them the healing minion. Imagine they're low HP and they're trying to actually eliminate that healing minion to get the heal, right? You put your free on them, you're going to be wasting their time. They're going to have to basically kill it over again. And then you can put more pressure on them. So we get the camps at 2 minutes. You guys know the score. We always get camps 2 minutes in. And for some reason lately, my sinuses have been going crazy. If you see me just like holding it in, it's me. It's me trying not to sneeze. A little bit of pressure on Dorman here. You got to be a little bit careful because depending on what Kelvin's building, you never know if they're going to go support or whether they're going to go beam maxing. So sometimes they'll max out their beam early and just, if you get caught out, you're going to die. So that's what I'm saying, though. You get a bit of damage. Don't underestimate Rem's gun damage. It is actually pretty good. It's a little bit hard to actually land these shots. I'm not going to say what the bullets look like or what they remind me of, but it can be a little bit tricky. Again, look, buff the minions up. Keep pressure on that early lane there. Got to be a little bit careful. I'm telling my power self to be a little bit careful here because we've got low health. You know? So, yeah, I made a little build. I'll put it in the description if you guys really want to copy it. For me, it's more... I don't really follow it as much. Like, I just have the items on there so I know when to build them. We get cooked here. We get put out of position. That's a good cart by Dorman. He just moved me out. I mean, really, going to healing right, the extra regen would have helped. Infernus finishes off the Dorman, though. So, to me, it's value. When I'm playing support characters like Rem, I'm not looking to carry the game. So, I'm not too bothered about, you know, having a huge soul lead. If I could just sort of shimmy out of lane for a bit and let Infernus get a couple more souls than me, you know what I mean? That's going to work for me. That's the thing with supports that you always got to remember. Unless you plan on carrying with Rem. I'm not going to say never, but you can do it. So I mean, buff the minions up. They're still going to be attacking the Guardian there. Now, when you get the 2, you always... It's harder to do this in solo queue. But you want to make sure you got vision on your duo. Or whoever's in your lane. I'll follow up here, yeah. I want it to follow it up. Make sure the Infernus is okay. He actually gets the pick. Just got to stay by him, ain't ya? So, yeah, you always want to have line of sight on the 2. The other thing that you can do if there's no one around, you can put your 3 on a minion and then use your 2. And you can latch onto them if no one's around and it's desperate. You know, he pauses the game because I was saying Scatman's World. I don't know why he was pausing it. You know, it's not a deadlock game unless there's a couple of pauses in the game. I've noticed actually sometimes when you start early game, you can't pause straight away. Maybe they're testing things. There's me just pressuring lane a little bit more. Listen, I'm greedy. You ain't got to play exactly like me. I'm just greedy like that. And a lot of Rem mains are. Now, what I'm keeping into mind is I'm going to max this free as fast as I can. The aim really is to try and get as many points into it before the 8-minute mark. Because at 8 minutes, we kind of shimmy off lane and go take their sinners. We're denying their souls and taking them for ourselves. You lot know how it is. Give me the thumb. And you're going to notice what I was trying to do with this build. So this is where I get a little bit worried. Look, I always latch onto someone if I feel like I'm going to, I don't know, take a big amount of damage. You got to remember the 2 is scaled off of their missing health. That's a battle for the ruin here. Me and Kelvin. Kelvin gets it. And I thought, do you know what? This looks really fun. Let's go slide down it. Oh. I couldn't slide. And there, I wasn't happy. I just weren't. So yeah, I've noticed that the Infernus was really good, so you always got to get a feel for what your random duo partner in that lane is doing. How aggressive are they? Are they passive? If they're passive, you've got to be passive. If they're super aggressive, you got to kind of try and, you know, match the playstyle, mirror it in a way. Remember, the pillow's got quite good range. I'm just poking him there. I've got ult. The only reason I do this, yeah, is because I knew I was going to get ulted. It sleeps him anyway, so he can't really help that fight with Kelvin and Infernus. We just get out. You guys are going to laugh this game. This Stormman was pissed. And then Mirage comes over. Yeah, we cooked him away here. Look. I know he's chasing me. This is why I'm trying to use, like, any... I'm going through any door frame, trying to close distance. He's going to follow it up. Now, look, I'm looking to latch onto someone like the Infernus. There you go. Actually, kind of saved me there. Now, this is going to be the hard part, where you're trying to deal with 3 of them on lane.
Need help on Greenwich.
Calling for the help. We're just, like, trying to play it chill for a bit. Now, I buy the golden egg a little bit late here. If you're going to go for the egg, buy the egg way earlier. For me, I thought, why not? And in my head, I thought, we're going to change the build-up. Because I always change my build throughout the games. I don't really, like I told you guys, I don't follow a straight meta, right? So what I do here, my idea was to get the egg, to get Cultist, and just try and steal all their farm. Haze comes over to help. Get some heal in. Just top them up a little bit. I could have maybe, like, millied instead there. I just topped them up. And this is what you got to watch out for every so often. Just a forbidden owl coming out of nowhere and hitting you. Right, this is where... 7 minutes and 30. Well, 7 minutes anyway. I'm off that lane. I'm like, look, there's 3 of them on that lane. Whatever, we'll leave Infernus there. If Infernus is smart... Infernus is hopefully going to play it a little bit smart. And just defend it solo. If not, he'll fall back. So there are crates in here that you can take. So what I'm trying to do... Look, I get lost in the tunnels. I yearn for these tunnels. Sometimes I get lost. I go so far in that I'm like, oh, look, I've just ended... I might as well just help these guys. And then I walk into a warden. Yeah, you got to be careful. I was like, whatever, close enough.
Need help on Greenwich.
Infernus, I'm sorry. You know, it's for a good cause, trust me. And try and take the sinners. Now, old man here... You guys see it before in my Abrams video where you can't, like... Go up to him and punch him. So I'm just poking him with gun damage. Sends the L back. Knocks me down. I was like, that actually kind of worked in my favour. Because as soon as I heard him use the ability, I know he's on the roof. Shimmy here. Take the sinners. I mean, it's games like that. Like, you got to expect it. Is he going to be at the bottom or is he going to come up the top to chase you? The audio cue, obviously, he's going to come up from the roof. You know what I mean? You got to be shifty when you play Rem. Got to be like a little escape artist. Use the 2 on them. You can also double tap the 3. Get a little bit of spirit resist for them. Sleep the warden. He goes in for the grab. Put the 3 on them just so they can sponge a little bit of spirit damage. So yeah, don't forget about that. You can always... It's better to sometimes use that 3. What the... I was a bit confused about this until I brought that and then it just shut up. I was like, damn, what the hell was that? I think it was me, like, accidentally clicking the shot with one of them. Right, Green Guardian goes down. Not too bad. Infernus finishes on a kill streak with more souls. So we're cool. Now, this is where I start going into movement. I was thinking about Trophy Collector. I don't know. If going the egg and Trophy Collector is overkill, well, you guys can decide. Like I said, going a hybrid type of build is always best. Instead, I go for Cultist. It's more of my playstyle. If we go Cultist to go into their base and steal their tier 3 minion, it's a Rem thing. You understand when you play Rem enough. There you go, runes come up. I'm just going to get this, like... There you go, you can hear Kelvin coming. Get it just before him. And I'm like looking to... You see how I'm looking for someone to latch onto? There's no one here to latch onto. Yeah. No one really came in. I think maybe Venator did. I just weren't looking. But yeah, sometimes if you get caught out like that, it is painful. That's why I'm thinking like, oh, maybe I just want movement instead. Yeah, you can still go down the route of like Torment Pulse, Curse, Focus Lens. healing tempo. There's a lot of ways that you can go down, and it depends on who you got in your team.
Need help on Greenwich.
Now that I'm here, we should be able to get like a little bit of a push with these guys. Look. Just completely send it. Get on in for a little bit of a hill. You can sort of like bounce between to get closer. That's what I do. Use the 2 to actually give you distance to engage or escape. I'm actually like wary about the warden here. I keep getting targeted for the owl. I don't know what I've done to deserve it. Almost get the ult of cooldown.
This doesn't feel very safe.
Like trying to look for the warden. No, there he is. Missed the pillow. Try and get this. Give them a buff. This is where I'm like, yeah, I'm going. Goodbye, guys. I was trying to use the free to get the ruin. It's a bit of a weird placement when you try and do it. You can hit the shops through the walls with the free. The ruin's a bit weird. Yeah, don't forget as well, you can obviously use your free on the minions in lane. And even if no one's there, they're going to collect the souls. That's probably the most important thing. When you're in lower ranks, stuff like that would probably be game-changing. Because you're just putting your free on the minions. No one's got to be there. You know, like how everyone, in especially lower ranks, everyone just goes to one lane and they all fight. If you were Rem and you can hop between all these lanes and just put your free down on, like, don't use all of them on one lane. 2 on green lane, 2 on yellow. Your whole team are going to be getting their souls. Cumulative. That's it. Good macro, man. That's what it is with the game. For me, with supports, though, you can kind of get away with macro. I'm not bothered about having a really high soul count. You know what I mean? I'm relying on the Haze and the Infernus to have a lot more souls. Like, we'll catch up. Don't get me wrong. I just mean early on. Early on, it's always better if they just have a little bit more farm than me. I kind of act as a little bit like a bait, you know? If they want to focus me, then I can kind of, like, shimmy away. Let Infernus... Especially with Infernus. I think Rem and Infernus are a really good combination. Because Infernus is just sitting there, constantly applying the afterburn. While, you know what I mean? If they're focused on you and you can actually juggle around them. It's a good little combo. I like it. There's a little bit of a push going on yellow here. I'm trying to just push up on blue as much as I can. We've got a couple of minions on blue. Like, someone has to come over and sort that. Otherwise, yeah, there you go. You got Grey Talon there. I guess that's why Mirage is quite good, right? If Mirage is on blue, he can kind of clear wave and then just TP on any fight that he wants. Take their creep there. I can hear Mirage behind me as well. Krill goes down. I'm like, no, just go back. Not worth fighting at. You got to know when the numbers are against you. I mean, to be fair, Venator's 15k. If Venator's 15k, like, the Warden and Yamato is still, like, at 10. This is where you can kind of get away with doing really early pushes on Walker. You know, objective pushes. There we go. Before we leave lane, we put a few creeps down. I see 2 of them here. You guys are going to love this. Watch this. So I know he's put me in there. This is why I've kept the ult, right? I come out, jump in the air, use the ult as leverage to go higher. And I'm like, you got to go, because they're all slept. But I'm just trying to get away. There's a little hole down here that you can get to. Look. I remember there's one on the exact other side as well. That's what I'm saying. You got to know where them holes are, man. You got to slip out of situations like that. And then the team actually move over to yellow there. Oh, the doorman. I'm telling you, the doorman was pissed at me the entire game. It was so funny. I just couldn't stop laughing at it to me.
I know it'll help me.
I know there's loads in there. I just didn't want to do it because blue's being pushed in. I wanted to send the help on her.
Spirit jar is
I like just get the sinner and then try and rotate back. There we go. I mean, Hayes catches lane anyway. Go for the ruin. I saved this for Mo, look, because I'm a team player. You know, we could have took it. I feel like it might be a little bit better on Mo, though, you know? Oh, and then I'm like, okay, we got to go. We got to go. You see that? You see how I crouched really quickly? Like, I'm trying to get vision on the Mo. Look, I'm trying to get vision. I'm trying to get into the Mo. I couldn't get into it. I said, you run in my view, you live. Maybe. Maybe. If Mo and crew actually let me latch onto him, possibly I could have saved him. It is quite annoying. He's probably... Instinctively, people are going to see Warden and run away, so it makes sense. It's just the worst feeling when you don't have range. You stay with the haze here. Safeguard the haze. I'm like juggling round cover. Wait for the haze to come out. Sometimes you have to kind of like stay behind your team a little bit. You will get targeted if you support. I'm just ballsy a lot of the time. I just go straight in. This is where I'm realizing I might need some cooldown reduction. Shiv's dealing with Yamato. I'm just literally waiting for the cooldowns to come up. Yeah, don't have ult. He was just toasted at that point. Then I see Venator go in, and I'm like, right, we're following up. Remember, Venator's got the most farm here. That's why. If he's going in, we're going in. Follow up with the team. Green's getting pushed in too. I'm kind of just locked in the situation there. It's like we trade walkers. We're going to get blue. I try and get over. I think I have boost here. Yeah, I do. No, try and boost over. I was debating on what to build, really. And then I sort of realized that instead of going like healing over first, get the endurance speed. Movement on Rem is really good. If you're going around taking their sinners and you feel like you're being targeted, movement, top tier. I didn't really want to hang about this lane too much because Infernus is here farming, right? I mean, you can take the farm if you want. Now, I've got a rule with the sinners being on our side and their side. If no one's taking these, I'm going to take them. Simple as that. I'm going to take them before the enemy do. I mean, I'll leave one on our side in case. Just taking all the stuff here. I'm like so close to getting a healing over here.
I see Mirage.
I mean, it's 80 minutes. I don't know if it's too late to actually build healing over. Maybe I could have like rushed healing tempo a little bit quicker than just going straight into the Nova, but I wanted it. I was feeling it, you know? That's the way that I normally enjoy the game. I don't follow like one set meta build. It gets a little bit bland. I like changing it up, using different items. Maybe this item feels a little bit better to use, you know? I start pressuring the Warden, but this is actually not very smart to do. Always look at that map. If you're going in to like attack the Warden like that, look at your map. As soon as Shiv backs off, you gotta back off. I mean, that's what you get you caught out. They take a fight on yellow here. I'm trying to get over. I'm like, hold on 1 second. I need to buy something quickly. I'm like panicking. I'm like, oh, I'll just take the rapid recharge. I just wanted to spend the money. Look at it. I've got almost 1,000 unsecured souls. And I'm like, shut up, Dorman. No sinners for you. He ults me in retaliation. I understand. I'm like, please, I ain't got any stamina. Look, and I see Mo and Krill and Shiv coming. Kelvin saves us from the owl, which actually saves us. Latch onto these. And we're safe. Juggling between the hills. Send it with the Dorman. Oh, how pissed with GB. How pissed with GB. But that's what I'm saying. That's good teammates, though. Like, they knew as soon as I got ulted, they came over. With matchmaking in Deadlock, you never know. It's always a random mixed bag. Sometimes you get people who are like, nope, I'm not joining that fight. But Shiv and Mo, mate, they had my back. That was it. I think that's like the 3rd time now that like Dorman really wanted me out the game and he couldn't get me. Imagine that. You're trying to get this Rem and then he's just smashing the Sinners machine in your face. I'll be pissed. I would be pissed too. I understand it. The frustration's crazy. Here, I'm just trying to put the minions onto blue just to pressure that lane a little bit more. Don't forget, you're going to be getting the souls from that. And at this point, I was debating, like, do I want to go healing tempo first or do I want to go for the torment pulse? I feel like I'm kind of getting items a little bit late here. We still got the egg. I know we got the egg. I love building this item. You know why? Because it's really good on support, but it's kind of like trophy collector to me now. Yeah, I just end up getting the healing over. I just wanted to buy the item because, look, unsecured souls. You basically have to spend the exact amount so you don't drop the entire souls. And that's the thing you got to know with Rem. When you're taking the Sinners machines, you're going to get them unsecured souls. I actually end up staying at blue. Blue's walker's already kind of damaged. So I have to stay for a bit and chill. Listen, Rem's a menace. In the right hands, he's a menace. You see what I'm saying? Like the guy, he wanted me out. Slowing Hex. Now, if you get hit by Slowing Hex, you actually can't use your 2. So you actually got to be very careful. But the fact that he was just using it that early is a bit... I don't know what he was trying to do. That's what happens when you get blinded by rage. You just want... You want me out. Yeah, they're taking an urn fight here. They take the urn, but we're going to go for Walker instead. Just buff all these minions up. I think Hayes, yeah, pretty much can solo the Walker anyway. Just help out. Here we go now, dip. Okay, we've got the 2 max now. When you max the 2 ability, when you latch onto somebody and you jump off them, you basically... It's kind of like getting a Boundless Spirit for free. It's very powerful. You end up just having a lot of spirit damage. So you can kind of latch onto someone, heal him for a bit, jump out of them, have bonus spirit damage, and then throw a pillow. And that's where the nuke pillows come from. I'm going to take another one of the tier 3 minions here. Yeah, eat that shit. I eat that for breakfast. Ain't a problem. So I'm just going around the map, smashing the crates as I can. You know what I mean? Keep the macro up. That's all you got to be doing, guys. You always got to be doing something. I was like debating about taking the Sinners here. I'm like, Hayes is nearby. We've got more important business to take care of.
Ready for sleep time.
Have the ult ready. You never know if they're going to actually push this lane. I can't even see them. I could hear them. Look, the footsteps.
I see rocks.
Like, sound's a really big thing. You're always going to hear footsteps. If you play the game enough, you actually know whose footsteps are who. It's a lot easier to tell when, like, you can hear Shiv. Sounds like he's running about with some fucking mosaic shoes. I don't know. I can't explain it. Sounds like he's got business shoes on. Mo and Krill just thumps around the map. You know. Here we go. We get the healing tempo there. So you can use your free on the shop to buy something before going down there. Saves a bit of time. I'm just trying to jump in here. Get a sleep on him. I knew it was going to be the ult. Basically get him to 1 though. Come out. He actually... He stayed though, didn't he? See, this is where I know I'm not going to be able to latch onto anyone, so I use the 3 on the minion, then the 2. Latch onto them as a safe. Look, we're just in front of him here. Just because I've got the tempo, I'm trying to give him speed. Remember to get the fire rate move speed. I'm like, I want to get this guy out. So bad. I'm like dying, goddammit. Watch it, watch the parry. Easy to tell every time. If you run in close range to anyone, they're going to think you're going to punch them. Pillow in, get a bit of damage. Pressure it out. We don't have many cooldowns though. Cooldown reduction, sorry. I've still got the 2. Just like hard pushing this, trying to send it. This is when I realised like nobody else is on lane. I actually probably could have stayed. But I was a little bit worried. I'm like, oh, can we go back here? And then I'm like, oh shit, yeah, maybe not. So what I was trying to do is, when Yamato latches onto you, I'm waiting for her to just, you know, come right up close to me. So I'm like mid-air, then I can kind of dash out the way. That's why we got the movement, though. If you want to go movement and stamina, look. She wants me bad. But trust me, she's wasting her own time. So get hit with the reverb. Get into the haze. Get to the Venator. Remember, every time that you hop onto someone, you're going to get healed more and more. And because of that, Yamato goes out of position here. And we all get parried. And we all get parried.
I'll be ready.
You see? So Rem's really good at having people chase you like that. To me, I just thought it was a really good team anyway. Sometimes you get a team where everything's in sync. It's beautiful. I think I commit here to get the Torment Pulse. It's a little bit late. What do I end up getting here? I was thinking about getting Recharge and Rush. I was like, nah. Alchemy Fire. Okay, it all makes sense now. I don't go for the Torment Pulse. Alchemy Fire, you can kind of go active items because when you're latching onto someone, you can use items. Alright, I'm trying to stay around here because I want to make sure I can actually guard them. Just trying to give her space so she can get out safely. You know what I mean? You could use the ult almost like a deterrent. They're all going to back off. That was the idea. Kelvin wastes ult here. He did. Probably doesn't have the ult maxed. Oh, in the meanwhile, while Infernus is still farming up on yellow, which is good. Keeping the lanes pressured as always. He should be able to maybe take out the Grey Talon.
Headed to green.
Like trying to get over there to get their sinners. I think Grey Talon actually got Trophy Collector. Such a hit and miss, isn't it? This is where you can use the Alchemy Fire in your pillows just to take some of their camps. She goes down. I'm like with Shiv here. I'm thinking we could just maybe finish off this Walker. Get some minions down. Kind of just send the minions there to help out and then move over. Just help him on this lane in case. It's kind of a gamble. I shimmy to blue just so we can put some creeps on the wave. Just so no one actually has to be in. We can still get souls. Then I go back to yellow. It's always a gamble because you never know how many people are actually going to be on a certain lane. You know, should I have stayed green? Should I have put the minion there? Should I have gone yellow? It's a gamble. You don't know who's there.
Almost ready to grab them.
I'm like, wake up! God damn it, wake up! I mean, why are the minions taking ages to wake up? That's it. Now I'm kind of debating whether to go into like... I'm finishing off like my items I've got. I could have gone Boundless straight away. I get Torment Pulse instead because I just like Torment Pulse. Torment Pulse is really good because it's just a good item to get value out of Rem with. Whenever you latch onto a player, you can keep switching between players and the Torment Pulse is going to be consistently doing damage. It's just a lot of free damage. The longer that you can stay in the fight though, if you're shifty, Torment Pulse is good. The yellow gets pushed in a little bit down here. I'm like debating whether to go into blue. Like put my minions on the blue lane just so we get a little bit more farm going in. And then I was like, nah, fuck this. We're going out. I changed my mind. I was all over the place. I was like, oh, I'm not going to get there in time. I need to be in a team fight. And I just get here in time instead. Give him a little bit of a heal. Give him the healing over. I think that was Spirit Burn, actually. So Spirit Burn reduces the healing by a lot. It was actually kind of a waste. I'll try and get the ult in. Warden's got counter spell now, by the way. I'm pretty sure he's maxed to 3. It's really hard to escape it. Unless you've got Dispel Magic. Kelvin domes it. Tell you what, this Kelvin dome's actually screwing him over. Dorman comes back for me. Right, I'm thinking now, as soon as I come out of this, I need to use my 2 on someone instantly. Just to be safe. Remember, we got tempo here. Get some heals in, switch between people. I'm like, please get in a view of haste. There we go. Throw the alchemy fire down. I got excited. I had to throw it down. I follow it up. Trying to, like, cut in front of the Mirage here. Cut him off. Put the 3 on Haze just so she gets a little bit of spirit resist.
May your blades continue to strike true.
Haze calls the mead. I'm like, alright, let's go. Now, I actually end up selling an item here so I can buy a tier 4 item. Seems like the smartest bet, right? Get rid of that and get Curse. You can't go wrong with buying Curse on anyone. Anyone. Especially good on supports. You are going to lose the damage. You are going to lose the... Oh, yeah, we popped our egg at one point. I didn't even mention. Sorry. The egg is gone. End up selling the egg at like 30 minutes. That's what I'm saying. Like, I could just hold on to it for ages. Not a problem. I hear the owl come in. I'm like, right. I'll get it. Just ate the owl. You look, you never know if someone else was coming down there, you know. Grey Talon goes for the owl stunt, so I could come down there and punch it. You know? Alright, nom. Because I ate that. I ate them owls for breakfast, I told you. Alright, so I actually don't max my pillows this game first. I max my... Oh, actually, do I? No, I max my... Oh. I'm like, I want the cooldown reduction. I was debating it, you know. It depends on what you want to do. I think having the ult more frequently to me is just better here. Lots of CC. But yeah, in higher ranks, people start building into counter spell and stuff like that. Your ult gets heavily countered. I'm telling these guys to group. Essentially, it's 30 minutes into the game now. We've got Rejuve. If you pick anyone off at this point, I can hear someone in here. It's actually a good ping to let you know who's actually there. If you catch anyone out at like 30 minutes when you have Rejuve, it's very bad for them. Now, I actually get a bit greedy here. I'm like sending it for this Grey Talon. I'm like just wanting to push this lane. We're all kind of like split off. Warden focuses me, but look, hit with the curse. He ain't doing nothing. The power of the curse makes him get away. See, I actually end up putting my ult here. He counter spells it. Weren't to play. If I had a better memory, I would have just latched onto the Hazer. But we got Rejuve. Switch between. Remember, you double tap in the free just so you're putting that buff on them. Get Spirit Resilience. This is where I'm like, fuck this, we got to go. Get out. I'm kind of watching the Infernus, but I know this ain't good. I'm like low health, all cooldowns here. At this point, I'm realizing, yeah, I probably need cooldown reduction. I still stay around, though. I still stay around. I'm on rooftops here. He goes for the Infernus. We're going for the 2. Give him the tempo. Give him a bit of Spirit Resilience. We throw down that. I don't know if it gave him enough time to finish him, but definitely helped him there. And this... That's just Rem experience. That's just the Rem experience. I was like, God damn. And we're back. We're back into the mix of Rem. Now, at this point in the game, we ain't got no more rejuves. Mirage is actually... He's got a bit of farm. He's shifty. Not a problem, though. I just knew this game that we've got, like, really good team synergies. And don't forget, you can use your free at a little bit of a distance. I don't really get range on Rem. Maybe you could. I think if you're struggling to hit your ult, or you're always out of position with it, or you can't land the pillows, maybe. Maybe. For me, it's more of like a luxury item.
See what a mole man can do?
Mole.
Look out for Mirage.
Get some of the minions on lane there. Just in case Shiv leaves it. I mean, it's always good for just perma pushing. Look, I'm pinging the Kelvin here because at 34 minutes, if you catch people on your side of the map, imagine that map in the bottom right corner is split in half. Like when there's a line going through the middle. If they're on your side at 34 minutes, get them. Kelvin's a little bit shifty, but like, I've got curse, so I'm trying not to stay like really far away from people. Like anytime that I kind of move over to the green lane here, I get worried. At 35 minutes, or anywhere between 30 minutes, you've got to make sure you're not far away from your team. They start that team fight, you've got to be there. This is where I go in here. Look, you're going to see, look, both of my my minions are clearing wave here. We ult in. Sleep out the Mirage for a second. It's a little bit overkill using that on Dortmund, but get some out. It's more like Mirage and Warden at the problems at the minute. Get the alchemy fire down. Remember, we got fresh now anyway. Get another ult in. He domes. Go for the sleep on both of these. Use your freeze. Here we go. Pick up the Mirage, mate. At this point, I've got no Spirit Resilience at all here. I'm like, yeah, we got to go. In the holes, I yearn for the tunnels. So yeah, this is kind of a risky build.
Need help on blue.
I wasn't expecting to get targeted by the Grey Talon, honestly. Normally I'm like behind walls or cover, but it is what it is.
Thanks.
At this point, I'm kind of panicking because I wanted to go green and put more of my minions to get more of a push down. But then I realized, like, if I was near Shiv, I could actually probably just heal him back up. Because I've got curse and everything. It's just a panic, you know. You guys are going to do this. Everyone does this. We're human. In the heat of the moment, when you're low health, the first thing on your mind is run away, right? So instead, I'm thinking about, like, what I want to get. You can even go... I think cheat death's a little bit overkill. A luxury item. I get Boundless. I mean, we got Refresher, right? No cooldown reduction at all. Guys, look, I don't know what to say to you. I should get it, but I just don't get it. Mid comes back up in 4 seconds here. Keep all the lanes pressured.
All right, Maurice.
We can do with Rem.
As violently as possible.
Mole trying to look for picks. Keep that lane pressured though, like especially when mid's up. Warden's trying to get me alert. When Warden max at 3, you're gonna have trouble escaping that, but it kind of sets him out of position here. Do you know what I mean? This team are on it. Like, I curse him here. Gets grabbed by the Mo. Go in. Get the ult out. I focus on the Kelvin instead of the Yamato because she ults. See, this is why you do want cooldown reduction. If only I listened to my own advice, right? You still got a couple of pillows. Haze goes in. She gets domed, but I think that kind of seals their demise. Yeah. Kelvin's domes are kind of over the place here. Latch onto people. Get onto the Infernus. We kind of just eat that, honestly.
I know it'll help me.
Now they're calling for mid. I said to them that I'm going to fix the lane. I don't have mid anyway. That's why I wanted to go over. You know, there's only 3 of them. Yamato don't have ult. It's like only really Dormant could have made him, maybe made the sneaky play there. That was it. Me trying to clear all this fucking room. Look at this.
We need to regroup and have a plan.
Like trying to shimmy between all the lanes here.
Rejuvenator has expired.
I was like debating if I was going to put the minions on the yellow lane there. I'm like trying to get like one of my minions there.
They do lots of
And I'm like, fuck this. There's just so much of a wave on green. It was crazy. You know what I mean? Someone has to go back. If not, that's how you're going to lose your shrines, you know? When you're doing stuff like the mid. Massive wave here. At this point in the game, it doesn't really matter. Like, everyone's gone past the 35k soul mark. So really, it's just... Souls matter, but like... No one's going to get angry if you're going to be taking big wave farms like that, you know? So that next, I've got the cooldown reduction, and I'm thinking about getting escalating. At this point, I actually kind of... I don't really know what to get. I feel like this is when you're going in more into, like, luxury items, like if you want to go cheat death and stuff like that. Kelvin's out of position again.
need help on you.
I actually send it on this guy because I'm thinking someone might be able to come over in time. And then I'm like, right, okay, no one's actually coming over. Oh, Haze does. Kind of move away for a second.
Mo is
But
ready.
I'm keeping my eyes on the Haze because she has gone in a little bit deep. It was kind of on me. It was like my fault because I sent her actually to follow it up. He gets away though. Okay. So yeah, Spellbreaker actually, yeah. See, I was making the calls, when I knew that Shiv was going for the Spirit Ruin, let him get it.
Spirit jar is here.
I can only imagine the amount of spirit damage that I would have actually been doing if I've got Boundless, the Spirit Ruin. I'd latch onto him and jump off and get that bonus as well. God, I don't know.
Need help on blue.
Okay, Infernus gets ult here.
Need help on blue.
I'm like kind of worrying because I really want to use my ult. I don't want to use Refresher to use my ult, you know? Mo grabs one. I curse whoever the first person out of siege to keep him away. Now we start latching. Give him all the tempo buff. Healing tempo buff here. Remember, we got double ult now.
Ready to use refresher.
Just letting them know. Letting them know I can get in. Again, look, when Warden hits you with this. Counterspell, dispel magic's good. Now I'm gonna be aggressive with this. I actually sent this because we've got rejuve. Yeah, after that. After the cart. I'm like, fuck it, I'll take the initiation. I'll go in first. Haze goes in, she's got unstoppable. Get another ult in. Curse the Warden. Basically does nothing. That's what I'm saying. If you've got one person jumping in the fight like that Warden and they're cursed, what are they doing? That's what I'm telling you guys. Even if you're playing characters and you think you suck, buy curse. Buy curse and get their biggest farmer that's got the most impact in their game. That's it. Yeah, let's only get the patron and go back here. It's always important that you listen to what people are doing as soon as you get this patron down. Are they going to stay for this or are they going to leave? Yeah, everyone like backs off. I'm like trying to latch onto the Mo. Kind of bugs out for some reason. It's when he burrows it like bugs out. I'm like, I don't care as long as I'm safe, right? There we go. Just going to do it again. Look, when I latch onto him going like super speed. It kind of like freezes you in spot until they stop moving. You'll see, we'll magically appear. There we go. Get escalating exposure. Sell that. I actually go for cheat death. I thought, why not? It's going to waste their time, right? I thought, why not? And cheat death, I mean, imagine it though, like, cheat death procs off, it might give you just enough time to latch on to somebody. So I feel like it could be a good baiting tool, really. I'm just trying to collect whatever I can in a minute. Collect what you can, buff the minions. Especially now, these minions are going to be buffed. I mean, at this point, we got 60k farm. You know, they've not really been able to get much sinners the entire game. I'm telling them to get a pick if they can. Mo's saying that he's going to jump in and get the doorman. I don't think the doorman was actually happy this game, I'll be real. Be real. He ends up ulting. He ends up ulting the mall. I hit the curse on the Yamato healer. Just so she can't ult. Sometimes focus lens is actually better for Yamato than curse. I just pop ult here. Get some heals in. Make sure they're all topped up. I'm gonna make sure you're applying this healing temper to everyone. We ain't too bad if we get focused here. These two clean up. Did I say bevied or bothered? You heard what I said. That's it. Cleared the game. We had really good hyper carries that entire game there. Just completely cleaned them out. GG. That was a good game. I'll tell them maybe on mid-lock later. But the cool thing with that is, if no one watches it, then they're never going to know, are they? They're going to go, what the fuck's this guy talking about? Guys, I'm telling you. Do you think MVP, though? Do you think MVP? Oh, of course. We get the MVP. What was you thinking? What was you thinking? You think I'm making all them plays and I ain't getting MVP? Of course I am. We're shimmying around the map. We get 30 assists. Maybe Trophy Collector would have been the call. I don't think I needed it, though. Very good. Almost going into Eternus. Look at that, guys. Hope you guys like the commentary. If there's another character you want to see me play and do a whole commentary on them, you let me know.